They are who we thought they were last week. That is the reality teams around the league are facing right now. It's week 6, and this is the Dick Aiken Report. I am your host, Dick Aiken. With hard-fought matchups, some trash talking, and plenty of name changes, we are looking at a review of our season so far as I turn you over to our senior correspondent at the Blake Bortles Constitution and his segment, Squakin with McCockin. Over to you, Barry.
Thanks, Dick. It's time for Barry's List. Through hours of grinding the film and analyzing advanced metrics like AAF and DVOA, I'm here to tell you that I have the definitive power rankings list as this season's coming to its halfway mark. Starting at number 12 is To the Window, to the Waller. Rookie manager James is right where he belongs, as only 2 of his players are in the top 10 for their respected positions. I'd say a bounce back is highly unlikely, as this team leads the league in EW, CMC, TT, WSW, TDW, which of course is, even with Christian McCaffrey, this team would smell worse than dog water. Speaking of smelling, our next team passes the smelling test 10 times out of 10. Coming at number 11 is the Noah Bennett team. Like I said, this unit passes the sniff test as he's been the league leading scorer for multiple weeks. But team manager and coach Noah Bennett is leading the league in AAF, or annoying AF. So his team takes a hint in the rankings. Our next team probably could take a few less hits before setting his lineup, as manager CJ is seeming to be one of the finalists for the 2 Stone to Function Award. That's right, number 10 is Team SpongeBob. This team gets favorable projections each week, but truthfully, they lead the league in WDH. Wasting Derrick Henry. And they don't deserve his greatness. That, of course, is, a reason that he would be looking to make a big trade to possibly get his team involved again. But of course, manager CJ Robertson has not been available for comment, just like last year. And that leads us to number 9. Patty the Batty, led by Robert Nettles. With a tough bye week coming up and a hurt Saquon Barkley and David Johnson in the f***ing lineup, it is hard to tell if team management is packing up shop and telling his guys to just start tanking. Do you know what the N in Nettles stands for? Not gonna happen this year. Someone who has a slight chance though is our number 18, Shark Attack. Now this manager has been jucking and jiving trying to avoid the piss poor season that she started with, but manager Carson is proven to be way more savvy than the other rookies as she leads the nation in POTTTWD, players on the team that weren't drafted. The next team might be the opposite. Coming in at number 7 is Atlantic Beach Taco Corp. Though this roster passes the sight test, manager Barrett Cutts is directly holding them back because he's leading the nation in LHBCSIOTB. Losses happening because Cortland Sutton is sitting on the bench. Now our last rookie gets a benefit of the doubt with the potential of his roster. Coming in at number 6 is Arrowham. Updates are needed on his running back situation, but with a 500 winning percentage, a Justin Herbert, Travis Kelce team has a shot. Now, our 5th best team is coming out of Tallahassee. Give it up for the Taint Touchers. Also 3-3, has some room for improvement, but ultimately, this team is solid, with 5 players ranking in the top 10 for their respective positions. But this team is being held back by one issue. They don't have any pizzazz. Other than Josh Allen, the roster leads the nation in B. Boring. And for that, they'll probably be an early exit in the playoffs. On the outside looking in of the podium is our number 4 best team, Full Chubb. Led by Kyler Murray and having MT come back this week, this team is ready to rumble against anyone. This team's leading the nation in PMO, TYAB, TITETT, which of course is the Possible Manager of the Year award, but truthfully it's too archery to tell metric. Now, our bronze medalist in the halfway power rankings goes to the one and only Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you know what the C in Chris stands for? Can't imagine a team without Lamar not making it to the Final Four. The silver medalist goes to manager Logan Spina. How can a 3-3 team with a few rough bye weeks ahead and be the second highest ranked team, some might ask? Well, the answer is because this is my power rankings, that's how. Now, our league favorite is benefiting from the league metric LCRTF USEIATGOTF. League champion remains the favorite until someone else is able to do it all on the field. I'm Barry McCockiner with the BBNC. Back to you, Dick.
Don't touch my fucking hair, Jerry. Don't. My hair is worth more than your whole salary, okay? You're on. Hi there. Dean Newts here with the Blake Bortles Constitution, here with breaking news of a trade that occurred this morning between the Tallahassee Taint Touchers and the nameless Bennett football team. It looks like we have a tight end on the move. Zach Ertz not only going to Arizona, but also going from Team Bennett to the Tallahassee Taint Touchers. In addition with the Patriots DST, which seems to be a pickup to buy a win this week. In return, the Tallahassee Taint Touchers, who are set at running back, are sending J.D. McKissick over to Team Bennett, who may be getting the start for a week or two while Antonio Gibson is out. Surely this will hurt the team Shark Attack, who needed Antonio Gibson as part of their core running back core. My sources tell me that Team Bennett offered Shark Attack a trade earlier that week for Antonio Gibson, but she turned it down. But hey, don't look now, but Team Shark Attack has won 2 matchups in a row. I think it's time that we update our rankings of all-time women. And I would go Eleanor Roosevelt 1, Margaret Thatcher 2, and team manager Carson Proctor 3. Back to you, Dick. I swear to God, if you ever touch my fucking hair again, you'll be done. Done! I own you.
We need talent on set, please. Talent on set.
Oh, not tonight, sweetie. You've had chef every night this week.
But I love chef.
Un petit air et le jour, ça commence comme rien. Une brume et d'ambre vient frapper ton corps malade.
What do you want for dinner?
Chef Boyardee. Boy, this stuff is good.
We now present Aiken, Aik-OUT.
Welcome back. I'm Dick Aiken on the Dick Aiken Report, here with Phil Acio, our junior correspondent. This week we're with a new segment. We're looking at Aiken, Aik-OUT. This is playoffs only, girls and boys. We're looking at who's going to be in, who's going to be out. We have 6 teams in this year, 6 teams sitting out on going home, having a nice, long summer. How you feeling today, Phil?
I feel good, man. I'm just ready to discuss some football. Like you're saying, we're looking down the stretch now at playoff time. We got 6 teams in, 6 teams out, so I just want to get your opinion on each one. I'm going to throw out some teams. We're going to have a little bit of discussion, and then we'll see what we're thinking.
We're looking at some new stats this year also, guys. We have 13 games on tap so far this year. Never happened in league history before. We have never had a 6-loss team making the playoffs. Is it going to be the first time we see that this year?
I don't know, man. It's possible because, like you mentioned, with that extra game, it gives a little bit of oomph for the season, a little bit more push, a little bit more time. So, this could be the first time in league history we see something crazy like that happen.
All right, let's get started here.
All right, okay. First up, we're going to start with a rookie manager. They're coming in. They're sitting at 3-3, which is respectable. They're having a respectable season, but we haven't seen perennial success from a rookie manager. So, Team Arrowham is who I'm going to start with.
Let's look at Arrowham. We've never really had a successful rookie manager in our league. We've had one last season. We had Chris Beck, the owner of Jeffrey Dahmer team, moving to a 10-2 record. Actually, the best record in league history. The only rookie team to actually make the playoffs. Yeah, it's never happened before.
Quite impressive, quite impressive. So, we have to ask you, what's the final verdict here?
I think Arrowham is up for Fraud of the Year, and they're Aik-OUT.
Fraud of the Year, huh? Wow, to a rookie. We wouldn't even expect him to be that good, and you're going to call him Fraud of the Year. That's
strong start, 3-3 record. He has the second least points scored against him so far this season. It's fake.
That's true, and I mean the playoffs predictions kind of showed that. He's sitting at a 26% chance to make the playoffs, and he's sitting kind of middle of the pack in the East Division. It's going to be rough for him to climb, and I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Aik-OUT.
All right, bring up an actual winner now. Let's talk about somebody good.
All right, let's talk about somebody good. Patty the Batty up next.
Somebody good.
Somebody good. Let's see. How are you feeling about Patty the Batty? He's had some success in years past. Hasn't really made it to that championship he wanted to see. And the past couple years have been super rough. I know last year he had a rough start as well. Ended up climbing into the playoffs but losing early. And this year it's looking like a tough pick for him to even make it there. So I want to see your thoughts on that.
All right, Phil. I have this thing about manager Robert Nettles. Something his girlfriend might love about him, but something that's not great in league play. He loves finishing second. He won't finish first. He won't do it. He just doesn't have the to get over the hump right there. Some of the stats on this guy this year. He's second to last in scoring. One of the hopeful things, most of his tough games are behind him. This guy could potentially make a playoff run. We saw a wild card team win the championship last year with our owner, California Beers, making a crazy run like Eli Manning and the New York Giants. I don't know. If I had to make a call, he's Aiken.
Aiken? Wow. I was not expecting that. So he's sitting right at 3-3. He's in a winnable division. That's the thing. The East is wide open. There's nobody that's surpassed anybody by mountains and leaps. He has a 29% chance to get to the playoffs. I'm saying it's possible. He plays the waiver wire, but he has lost Saquon. Mahomes is having an uncharacteristic year, and I'm gonna have to go Aik-OUT on this one. As much as it hurts me, I used to live in Patty, right near Batty, so this is my hometown. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Aik-OUT on this guy.
Wow, first disagreement right here, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, this guy in our overall pick'ems doesn't have the greatest record, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay, moving on. We're going to the previously mentioned Jeffrey Dahmer.
Our former, as I said, host of the overall best record at 10-2 right there. Not possibly beatable this year by our current league leader in the name change team of the Noah Bennett football team, who has a chance to take over that top spot. But let's move on to who we're talking about. Jeffrey Dahmer. They have a tough ability to win at home. All of their losses have come at home this year. Let's see. They also play the Noah Bennett football team twice this year. We mentioned them already before. They're a very hot team right now. I wouldn't want to play them twice. Playing the Chiefs twice is tough.
You're absolutely right. As you mentioned, he is one of those managers, those rookie managers who comes in and finds success quickly. I was happy to see that. I mean, he sucks in our other leagues, but, he's good here where it counts, so he can hold on to that. He has MVP-style Lamar. He has a solid core of players, I like his team. I'm going to say that. What is your final pick for Jeffrey Dahmer here today?
Mentioning other leagues, I think managers coming from college or AFL, NFL teams, they have a tough time managing in the Blake Bortles league that we run here. It's so high volume. We're very cutthroat on these leagues. I hear a lot of reports from other managers. Moving on from that, though, Jeffrey Dahmer, he's Aik-IN. Playoffs 2 years in a row.
I like it. I got him Aiken as well. I got him sticking right there. I mean, he's right in the middle of the division. 3-3. He's had most of his success in recent weeks, so I think we're going to keep seeing that flourishing. Like I said, he has a solid core of players. I think he's going to find a way to get in there.
He's consistent, and he makes a lot of waiver moves.
Okay, let's go. My next one is a little bit surprising. We're going to go with Team SpongeBob, sitting at 2-4 right now with a 49% chance to make the playoffs, which if you ask me, that's crazy. At a 2-4 record, it's a coin flip. What are you thinking about Team SpongeBob?
I've heard rumors that Team SpongeBob is up for 2 Stone to Function Award this year. A award won by one of our former league members, Krista Clayton, who it's formerly named after.
Yeah, she was the front runner every week as well. So
she was consistently bad. But Team SpongeBob, they are about 2 really close wins from being a 4-2 team and leading their league.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy when you have a team that it looks so bad on paper, and then you go back and you dissect these games and you say, wow, there's layers to this team. You got to really look. You got to dig deep and find what this team is really about. As you mentioned, a couple points away from a 4-2 record. That would be tied with the leader of the East right now. So that's really saying something. This is a team that does have most points scored against them in the league.
And fourth in scoring.
This is a really good team. What's your final verdict for this team? I know it's going to be a tough one, but what do you say?
I had a tough decision with this one, and I had some tough choices to make. I looked at who has the tougher schedule remaining. I think SpongeBob plays some really good opponents coming up. I think he has some big make it or break it games, and I think he breaks it. Aik-OUT.
I'm sad to hear that. Team manager CJ, he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. He hasn't found success so far in the season. It's been really tough trying to get the wheels turning. It's like he's stuck in mud, but I think he's about to break something. I know he has some tough opponents, but I'm giving him the Aik-IN going forward. Like I said, a coin flip. We do have that extra game this season, and he does have some solid players, and he has some solid weeks as far as points concerned. I have him coming back, man. I do.
I think a Colorado-based team could win this 2 Stone to Function Award pretty easily, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, moving on to an annual sinker in the league, AB Taco Corp. What do you think about this team? They're sitting also at 2-4, just like Team SpongeBob was. They have a 43% chance to make the playoffs. That's a little lower.
This owner, honestly, probably already won the 2 Stone to Function Award in his day-to-day life. He doesn't succeed much in this league. His team name is pretty tough. The homage of that team name comes from the league TV show from Taco, who consistently is pretty bad in his league. So, this guy is consistently pretty bad in our league. He's made the playoffs 1 time. He likes to hold on to a former championship he has before our leagues merged and became a 12-man league. We don't look at these championships as much. They have asterisks in our record book, don't they, Phil?
No, you're absolutely right. We look back, we see the asterisks there. It's still there. I mean, he is a senior manager in this league, and he plays the wire. He goes for trades. He doesn't take disrespectful trades that are aimed towards him as well. He has some respect for his team, and I like that, man. He's strong. He's a strong player. At 43%, it's a tough road ahead. Like I said, a couple of those SpongeBob games, they were within a few points of each other.
Close.
Not that he hasn't had any close games this season, and I'll tell you what, looking at his team the day of the draft, I said, wow, this dude is really shit. So
I agree with you on that one.
Looking at him now, he has climbed up. He has a current ranking of 5 in projected rankings for the end of the year, which is surprising.
We look at those projected rankings as gold around here. You have to understand that.
You're absolutely right. I do understand you like your rankings, Dick. What is your overall thought around this?
Hearing these new information about the 5th ranking in the playoff predictions doesn't change a thing for me. This guy is a fake. Aik-OUT.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna say Dick out. Aik-OUT. That's going to be Aik-OUT. I don't think he's going to do it, man. I don't think he's going to climb the ladder. He's just missing a little bit of something. I know he's had a couple problems he's tried to fix here and there. The addition of a quarterback and
very inconsistent quarterback play.
You're absolutely right, man. I'm going to have to go Aik-OUT as well.
We saw this as Jaguars fans ourselves. With Blake Bortles not being as consistent as he should be, he is not the MVP of our league like we'd like him to be.
I just want to say, to manager Barry Cuss, I do love you, man. I think you're going to find success in this league, but it's probably not going to be this year. So, keep trucking, bro. Keep trucking. All right, next team. My current leader for the Two Stone to Function Award. That's going to be To the Window, To the Waller. What are you thinking? Tell me now.
Woo-wee! If I could put a dumpster fire stamp on a team, I'd put it here, ladies and gentlemen. We weren't even thinking this owner would show up this season.
No, and he didn't. The thing is, we have a couple teams sitting at 2-4 right now, excuse me. But if you took To the Window, To the Waller and put him in a death pit with Team SpongeBob and Team Taco Corp, he's not even leaving his pen. He's going to wait there and just wait to quietly die. The team's not working cohesively. They're not finding the end zone enough. He has pieces, but they're scattered too far apart to even touch fingertips. It's not happening with this team this year. 34% chance to make the playoffs right now. I personally don't like those odds. What's your final verdict, Coach?
I have reports around the league that this manager is basically auctioning off his whole team for dollar value. He's trying to get rid of anybody. And there's rumors that this organization is the ultimate mess of the league. I don't think they'll return next season if they don't have consistent play throughout the year. But on my track, they're Aik-OUT by a mile.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree again. Aik-OUT, you come out, you draft Christian McCaffrey.
The ultimate mistake every year.
He has talent. That's the thing. You draft this guy thinking this is going to be a cornerstone of my team. This is something you could build upon. The boulder's on his shoulders. He just needs to carry the rock. Year in, year out. He cannot stay on the football field. That is the problem.
Rivera thought the same thing. Now he's in Washington.
That's true. And he's crying every day.
Pretty much.
Aik-OUT. You can't have a player you draft first overall missing weeks and weeks. He has 3 active weeks at the moment. So I think coming down the stretch, that's really going to hurt him.
We have some true frauds coming up here by the teams that have not been named yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at coming up.
We have some good ones. Moving on, we have Tallahassee Taint.
Oh, no. Aik-OUT. Starting off, Aik-OUT. He's done. He's out. He's fake.
Oh, man. See, here's the thing, man. He has some electrifying play from his running back position. Jonathan Taylor starting to emerge, starting to blossom into the player that we knew he could be. In some drafts, he slipped a little bit. He fell down. At one point in my other draft, he was there. I didn't even need a running back, but he's fallen too far. This guy is explosive. He knows how to find the end zone. He catches passes out of the backfield. He's constantly moving for more yards. You think it's a loss, it's a gain. He's a big-bodied, but also, he's agile. And he's starting to come into his own. It's really helping Tallahassee Tank Touchers team out.
He hits those big dick plays.
He does. Tallahassee Tank Touchers, they're 3-3 right now. They have a 58% chance to make the playoffs. I'm going to have to disagree with you here, man. I have a lot of love for this manager. He doesn't have the best football knowledge, or any at all for that matter. But sometimes luck just trumps everything else. He has wonderful hair, and I think he's going to be Aik-IN. I think
your luck runs out eventually. This is one of 3 teams who consistently make the playoffs every year. He has never missed the playoffs in the Blake Bortles committee. Looking at this right now, though, I think he has the toughest schedule of the whole year. He has the 2 toughest doubleheader games. He plays full Chubb twice this year. That guy's putting up some points right now.
No, you're absolutely right.
He also has 2 games Back-to-back, 70 points, 150 points, 70 points, 150 points.
Okay, but
he's a roller coaster.
Weeks happen, man. You're going too hard on this man. What do
He
you want?
makes
What do you
me
want?
sick enough to
no,
throw up like a roller coaster.
No, what do you want him to do, man? He has one of the best defenses you can have in Pittsburgh. He has one of the best quarterbacks you can have in Josh Allen. He just fixed his tight end problem earlier this morning when we...
Look, McKenna's brother's football team is not going to be successful in this league. It's not going to happen.
All right. Hey, to each their own. To each their own. You're my boss. You can fire me, but at the end of the day, you're f***ing wrong. So you can take that and put it in your pipe.
Mark it down.
That's an
Aik-OUT.
Aik-IN. Okay.
Let's move on to a winning team now.
Moving on to a winning team. California Beers.
The winning team. Our reigning champion.
Yeah, reigning champion. He's sitting at a 3-3. It's not an impressive record. It's really not. But his team is talented. I don't know why I have so much belief in them. Maybe it is because he just secured that trophy last year. It's easy to put your faith into something that you know has found success in the past. And this is a really talented manager. Somebody who I respect a lot. What are your thoughts on the California Bears?
He's real. He shows up every week. And he plays football very hard. Nothing coming off the paper, not putting up 200-point games, but he is winning the matches he's supposed to be winning, and he has a healthy roster. That's the team they need to make the playoffs right there. He is also one of the only teams to not miss the playoffs in league history. That's pretty consistent, guys.
No, you're right. Every year you see him right there. I feel like, he's right there in the mix every time.
Pretty much.
Not a name, like you said, not a name you see outside of the playoffs. He's never sitting out after the season ends.
I think he's Aik-IN.
He's Aiken. I think I'm going to have to agree with you.
It's consistent, and I'm worried about another run to the championship for this guy.
And here's the thing. I mean, I know you're an odds type guy, and 30% is not a big percentage to make the playoffs, but to me, he just seems like he has the knowledge in general.
Third in scoring, second most transactions on waivers. This guy makes moves and puts up numbers.
He's moving. I love that.
Consistency is key.
I do. Okay, so we're both Aiken on that one. Next team is going to be full Chubb. I know that's a team close to your heart for certain reasons. MVP Kyler, top 3 quarterback. They've really taken advantage with free agency. They are missing Chubb right now, but that lack of Christian McCaffrey did open a small window for Chuba Hubbard. I know that team's taking a little bit of advantage of that. What are you thinking about this team?
We have to look at this team as perspective. This team did lose its second-string running back to start the year with Gus Edwards going out with an ACL injury. They haven't had a healthy roster to start the season at all. And they're sitting at a 4-2 spot, leading their division. That's pretty tough to beat. They're also, as I've said before, third time in a row now, third team, never missed the playoffs in our league. They're pretty consistent. They're putting up points like crazy, but they've had the least amount of points scored against them as well.
Yeah.
Some of these victories, they don't seem like they should have happened, in my opinion.
You watch this team every week. You expect a firecracker.
Yep.
They have the pieces. They have the wide receiver piece. They have the quarterback piece.
Mm-hmm.
Any individual cog of this could pop off at any time. You could see fireworks. It's a team that leads the East single-handedly. They have a 4-2 record and a 79% chance to make the playoffs. And what are you thinking? What's your final verdict?
We're looking at their IR. They have Mike Thomas back eventually, another elite receiver. This team is Aiken and on a playoff run.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Aiken is a strong team. They come out each week. They perform. They put it all on the field. I love what they're doing. The coach is competent. He's making moves. They have the talent. They can string together wins. If I'm not mistaken, Coach, they're on a 3-game win streak.
The highest win streak in the league right now.
Right now. 3 wins in a row. So, it's hard. There's competition. There's no matter if you're Aiken or Aik-OUT, we have a lot of talented managers in this
100%.
league. And every week is going to be a struggle. Every week, just because you think it's a lock, it's not a lock. He comes out and competes. 3-game winning streak. I think he's Aiken.
There we go. Let's move on.
Awesome. Next team, the no-name juggernaut. Noah Bennett football team. What are you thinking about him?
Pick a name, first of all. Pick a name. God, fuck. Pick a name.
I have to say you're right. It does make being in the media a little hard. We see a team name, a couple stats that don't really match up with the team name, and then we realize that it's
no
this
identity.
motherfucker. No, and he's a good team. Listen, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. 99% chance to make the playoffs. It's gonna be hard for him to miss. He could go on a losing streak right now, and it's totally possible we're gonna see him find success in the end of the year when it really counts. He has a strong team. They started at a ranking of 5. They're currently at a 1. And like I said, just like Full Chubb, he comes out every week and he competes against these talented managers. And that's the thing. You have to find success on a consistent basis in order to be successful in this league. What do you think?
I think if this manager isn't going to pick a team name, eventually, when he loses in the playoffs, that manager should give him a name for him to choose the next year.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for that. You lose, you lose. And the thing is, we've talked about getting a trophy here in the past, inscribing names on it for the winner of the league.
100%.
And if you don't have a name, you're going to end up with somebody else's name on the trophy. We're not going to honor a name you give yourself at the end of the year. It's not a true name. You're getting somebody else's name on that trophy, and then we're going to lie and say that they won the trophy. So
Your
I just
records
want
in the record book are fake.
Aiken, though.
Aiken, he's making the playoffs.
Aiken. All right, next team. We're going with manager Spina. It's a team that he's always successful. That's the thing. I love the guy. I love his brains when it comes to the game.
The
he's
wizard,
always,
the magician.
Always working the wire. I'll go to pick somebody up. They're gone. They're gone.
Hours
Long gone.
beforehand.
Yeah, Spina got all. I don't even know how he works the waiver wires. He gets every single
Everyone
person he wants every week. Consistent talent. What do you think about this team?
He had one of the weirdest constructed rosters to start the season. Last year, looking at his roster, we all said, this is a make it or break it team. They're going to lose every game or they're going to win every game. He did not have a successful season. This year, it seems like he's moving on and having a successful season by remaining healthy. Honestly, the best ability is your ability to play on the field.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like you said, a weirdly constructed team at first. He started with a rank of 9 ending projection. He's now at a current rank of 2 ending projection. I'm not sure how they managed that one. I know you love your stats. I'm not trying to disrespect the analytics behind this, but I'm not seeing it, and maybe it's my glasses I need to change. 61% to make the playoffs. He's sitting at a 3-3. It's not the best looking record. I'm gonna say it's not the best looking record, but it's middle of the pack. You can find success from here. It's not uncommon to see a team.
He's got an easy division right there.
He does. It's wide open, a wide open division. 3-3. What's your final thoughts on this team, Coach?
For me, second most active on waivers. He switches out a lot. It seems like he's leaving the win on his bench at multiple times. He's Aik-OUT this year.
I'm going to go ahead and agree, man. This was a hard one for me.
I had a tough time with this guy.
This was a really hard one for me. I have a lot of love for this manager. And the thing is, like I said, he's consistent. He always finds success. He works the waivers like a wizard. But the thing is, in that division, there's going to be, you got to pick some people. You got to make tough decisions. I'm saying Aik-OUT for him. One of the hardest decisions for my end was Team SpongeBob again. I think he's going to find that success. And, some people, you just got to take the leap of faith on. And I'm not taking it here on Spina, unfortunately. He does have a good team. I could be wrong in this, but I'm probably not because, let's face it. Moving on, Coach.
One team left.
Last but not least, starting at a rank of 10 and currently at a rank of 11, that's impressive. Shark Attack, rookie manager Carson Proctor.
Oh man, Shark Attack. Let's start there. DJ Chark out for the year. Team name, pretty fucking busted already.
Yeah, you're right. That definitely wasn't the best name they could have picked. They're at 3-3. They got a 39% chance. As we said, it's a wide open league. It's a tough division, I have to say.
Yep.
A tough division. It comes down to this. She's gonna have to string some wins together.
She got one of the toughest schedules remaining this season, though. She plays league champion and the league leader right now with the Noah Bennett football team.
You're absolutely right, and as we previously stated, the odds against rookie managers, it's really tough to find success in this league in your first year. And the thing is, you cannot continue to play mediocre football. It is not going to win you a championship. It is not going to get you to the playoffs. And these are learning curves. Of course, you come into this league, it's your first year. You're learning who you're playing with. You're learning these guys, their tactics, how they play the waiver wire, what their needs are, what their wants are. It's hard. It's hard. But, we haven't seen anything different out of this team than we've seen in rookie managers in the past. And I think that's going to continue. That trend is going to continue. I did think Patty the Batty would pull it out this last week. She took the win. So, the thing is, she comes to compete.
Every week.
Every week she comes to compete, and it's not a free win by any means. There's going to be some struggles if you're facing this team. There's going to be some adversity if you're facing this team. But final verdict from you, Coach.
We come to play every single week. I think Shark Attack is going to continue to come to play every week. She won't disappear later on in the season no matter her record. I think Shark Attack's main goal at this point should look to knock teams out of the playoffs rather than putting herself in the playoffs because she is Aik-OUT.
You're right. I'm going to agree with you. It's going to be Aik-OUT for me, although, like I said, I do know she comes to compete. I have her knocking some teams off the pedestal this year.
I think so.
Please, and we're talking to you, all rookie managers. If you're out of the runnings, we want to see you compete because the thing is, we're going to have you back here next year. If you keep your updated rosters, you keep playing as hard as you can, no matter how far behind you are. And don't get me confused. She's at 3-3. She has a chance. I don't want to act like she's out of this at all. Keep working, whether it's to win or whether it's to beat others. You want to be the best every game. That's all I have to say.
I think that's about it. We looked at all 12 teams. We told you who was in, who was out, who is for real, and who is a fraud. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching the Dick Aiken Report with your host, Dick Aiken. Up next, water sports, only on BSPN.